This project was in proud collaboration with the Atlanta Community Food Bank and the Data Science for Social Good program to create tools to assist the Atlanta Community Food Bank in using data to influence community outreach, advocacy, and further accomplish their goal of ending hunger across Georgia and ultimately around the United States. Fundamentally, this project took an interdisciplinary approach in incorporating decision science, public health, math and stats, economics, political science, and human-centered computing to address real-world problems in using data science and technological design. The main objective of this project was to quantify and visualize the public discourse surrounding SNAP on a national and public level to provide the food bank with a thorough statistical analysis for decision-making. We decided to take an approach that looked at the issue at hand from a variety of different angles. In order to do this, we decided to have a variety of sources to be collected. The method used in the data mining process included collecting census data, voting records, news articles, Twitter data, and Facebook data. From that, we were able to conduct text mining, which is obtaining stats related to text and performing sentiment analysis, categorizing opinions expressed in the text as positive, neutral, or negative. News articles were collected using the webhost.io service. This service is a commercial website which allows for easy web scraping of articles through keyword searching. Out of approximately 2,000 or so articles scraped through this webhost.io, duplications were removed and reduced to the article size of approximately 1,081 articles. Twitter was also used to collect 1-month approximation through a StreamR package in R, which accesses the Twitter streaming API. The collection of tweets was based on search terms related to SNAP, food stamps, EBT. The tweets were selected if they had meaningful context related to SNAP and were further sorted based on if they were given geotagging. Finally, voting records of Georgia state representatives were collected through Open States, a site that collects data on state representatives. Bills were selected if they contain the phrases food stamps, food stamp, SNAP, food bank, food desert, hunger, food insecurity, or Georgia Pete State card. Bills with no votes were removed, and votes by representatives that no longer were in office were also removed. Sentiment analysis was used to access the discourse surrounding SNAP. This is a text analysis that determines the subjective polarity, which is positive or negative, and the polarity strength, weakness, mildness, strongness. In layman's terms, the sentiment analysis tries to gauge the tone of the writer in the context. There are two main approaches in classifying the sentiment of a given text: supervised classification and unsupervised classification. Unsupervised classification was performed on the news articles that we selected. This form of classification was used to analyze the news articles because the text has varying lengths, styles, dictions, and form, depending on the writer, which requires a bigger data set to be performed supervised classification. The Vader and Aphn packages in Python were used to conduct unsupervised sentiment analysis. Vader, which is the Valence Awareness Dictionary Sentiment Reasoner, is a lexicon rule-based sentiment analysis tool. Aphn, on the other hand, is a dictionary of words that relates to connotation. The actual sentiment score was given in the sum of the word score within the sentence. The Vader tool gauges the overall syntactual sentiment more than the word usage itself. Aphn gauges the type of word that is being used within its intensity. It was thought that it would be advantageous to provide information on the arguments and topics in these articles itself. In order to do this, we decided to do topic modeling. To provide this, we used the preliminary topic modeling, or the latent Dirichlet allocation, to extract the topical words from the set of text. Term frequency inverse was used to detect important words across all documents. Name entity recognition was used to detect key people or locations mentioned in articles. An interactive word cloud was constructed displaying the most frequent words found in 20 conservative and liberal news outlets from a local Georgia outlet or national recognized. This allows users to visually see what is most frequently discussed surrounding food insecurity, SNAP, and governmental assistance programs, and narrate the picture media depicts the news to consumers. A geospatial heat map was created to highlight the many different benefactors of SNAP initiatives and change data into stories. Through this tool, users can see not only who is currently on food assistance programs, but they can also venture into their socioeconomic characteristics and analyze what media sources are prevalent in their demographic area and communities. Lastly, a voting record tool was comprised with a searchable database to allow the Atlanta Community Food Bank the opportunity to see what policymakers and legislators are voting on in regards to food insecurity-related bills versus what they're saying in the public eye. This allows them to see who their supporters are and what opportunities are present for continued funding, education, and further assistance to the community. This database has a 20-year span and reduced latency to provide the most accurate information and up-to-date. All deliverables were collected into a user-friendly Shiny.io application using R and is also freely available to the public and open source community.